if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
San Antonio's Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Ooh, Spurs back in action tonight. They continue the preseason. This time they're at home in the Frostbank Center to take on the Utah Jazz. Tip-off set for 7. Dylan Harper set to make his Spurs debut tonight. High school game of the week starts at 7 after this. Stone Oak Super Bowl, Johnson and Reagan. And of course, Dallas Cowboys, well, they're shutting down Miles Sanders for the rest of the year.
This is Extra Innings with Pleasure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That ball is history! A walk-off home run!
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge. What's up, Dad?
Can't stop me now. Welcome into Extra Innings with Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I am James Pledger. I appreciate y'all joining me, however you may be joining me on this Friday, whether that's on 94.1 on your FM dial. If you're happy to be locked in, listen live at sasportstar.com, BRAA Best Bail Bonds audio player, or if you're watching live on YouTube, if you are, I appreciate you. You could go there, go to YouTube, search SA Sports Star. You're able to comment along with the show as it happens. Go ahead and like it and subscribe while you're there. Set the notifications for when we go live. Or feel free to call in the old-fashioned way, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776 if you want to be a part of the conversation. Lots to get into today, including my favorite, because it's Friday, the talk with the coach of the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Brian Schottenheimer, and the guys always have a ton of fun with Brian Schottenheimer in the morning. Brian Schottenheimer is amenable to having fun, and I enjoy not only the wisdom that he helps to provide, I also enjoy the levity that he is able to roll with when it comes to them in the morning. Like this morning, when once again, Brian Schottenheimer remembering, oh man, I got to check out this album. I told them I was going to check out this new Taylor Swift album. I don't have time to listen to the whole thing. I'm going to pop on a couple of songs. And that's the kind of guy he is. And then they start asking him about his favorite song and whether it involves Travis Kelce or not.
Brian Schottenheimer joins us on the program. Good morning, Coach.
How we doing, guys? Happy Friday.
Oh, happy Friday. We call it Friday around here, Coach. Friday.
Friday. Hey, well, I was coming into office this morning. I was like, dang, I haven't listened to my Taylor Swift album, so I threw on a couple songs, and I would say it was solid.
It's okay.
Do it a little bit more intently, but yeah, I mean, I do like Cancel. That's solid. Father Figure's pretty good. But,
okay.
I wanted you guys to know I was doing my pregame prep for you guys.
All right. What did you think about the song about Travis Kelce's dong? Was that weird for you?
About the hog.
I didn't get to that one. I don't know if I'll listen to that one. Yeah, I didn't get to that one. I probably will avoid.
Don't sing it out loud, Coach.
That one's called Wood. So if you get into it and you start to think, wait, is he singing or is she singing about? She's singing about Travis's hog is what she's singing about.
Creative name. I like that. Creative name.
They call that.
I've never known that. I thought we were talking about building something. That's what I would have thought. We were going to Home Depot or something.
No, friend. She's talking about her lumberjack.
Yeah,
there.
something like that. There's still nails involved, but in an entirely different way.
And hammers.
Yeah.
Coach, this has to have been your favorite week as head coach of the Dallas Cowboys so far. This was a win where you guys got some margin. Your offense continues to be elite. The defense was improved. And you guys finally got a clean win on the road, especially. That's got to be a good feeling for you. What's the mindset like in the locker room right now?
Yeah, I think, it was a really good win for us. Again, you factor in like we always do. It's, it's one championship opportunity that we took advantage of. We got the win. We did it with a lot of guys out, which is also great for your confidence because you're playing with some guys that maybe haven't played a whole lot, but they need the snaps. And at some point, they're going to be playing more meaningful snaps for us, whether it's this week or, 5-10 weeks down the line from us. I think that's always something, good to pull from. But I really just felt like overall, I liked the temperament of our football team. I thought, we started fast. We went down. We got points early. I thought the defense was incredible with their ability to create pressure on Justin. He was hit from all different sides, and they moved him off the spot. Again, 2 weeks in a row that we did not turn the ball over on offense, and we took one away on defense. Maris had an incredible punch out, and we had a bunch of guys, running to the ball, and Donovan Wilson fell on it. That was a huge play for us. But a good win. It's great to go on the road and get a victory. And, again, it's going to be another good challenge this week because Carolina's playing with some confidence coming back off of a 17-0 deficit last week and battling back to beat the Dolphins.
We'll talk about what they're doing recently in a second. I've been overwhelmed with how well Dak has been playing. Just phenomenal. And looking at the fruits of that, Jake Ferguson, you're tied in. Are you doing anything different with him this year?
Well, I've been very open with, I really think two things from last year. I'm going back to go forward. I think, last year he was banged up. He really was. He got a knee early on, first game against Cleveland, got a concussion midway through the season. And then I've been very upfront, honest, and hell, I'm probably the biggest one to blame in this. But I didn't feel like looking back at the cut-ups over the spring that we used him the right way. So now fast forward to this year. He came back in incredible shape. He's an engaged man now. He's in love. And he's totally changed his diet, which we all do. My wife's probably listening right now saying, yeah, what about your diet there, big fella? But Fergie he looks great. Shit, he's doing Hugo Boss commercials, guys. He doesn't even have a 6-pack. Like, he's got a 4-pack, but he's doing Hugo Boss commercials in his underwear. And, but he does look great. And, again, he's a guy that, again, his ability to catch and run, his size, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but man, like, just his size and catch radius, man, he's kind of always open, and so happy for him because he really has worked his tail off to get back and to do the things he's doing. We're not surprised, but getting that first touchdown this year a couple weeks ago was pretty important to him because he wanted to get off the schneid.
If I had told you coming into the season that you were going to have all the offensive line injuries that you had, would you have told Jake Ferguson this was going to be his best receiving start to a season, or would you have expected the tight ends to have to play more of a role in protecting your quarterback?
Yeah, I probably would have told them to get a bigger face mask and to buckle up their chin straps maybe a little bit more, but again, it just shows you that right now, we really are playing with a lot of confidence on offense. And again, I really feel like, we're able to attack people different ways, whether it's running, throwing, screens. I think the screen game's been something that's really come along for us in a good way. But again, it's not really the plays, man. It's the execution, and our guys are executing at a high level. Like you said, it's not just Dak, it's everybody. George is playing great. Terrence Steele's playing some great football right now. I think Brock Hoffman, TJ Bass, I could go along the lines, but Jake Ferguson's having a heck of a year, and that needs to continue.
Coach, one of the things that you guys have done really well all season long is run the football, and Javonte Williams I think has just made a huge difference for this football team. That said, this is a guy who historically has not carried a load like this. How maintainable is it for Javonte Williams to be sort of the bell cow back, especially now with Miles Sanders being banged up and Jadon Blue being kind of ineffective in the short amount of snaps we've seen him? Do you worry about the long-term mileage we're putting on Javonte here?
I don't think so. I really don't think of it that way, guys. I really do think, there's a lot of ways to play and use your running backs in this league. And, I think Javonte, as he's matured, and gotten older, and this is a guy that takes care of his body, man. The prehab, the rehab he does, just the practice and pre-practice work. I think he's learned, over his first couple of years in the league what it takes. And I remember seeing that, with LaDainian Tomlinson, man. I mean, when I was in San Diego, here I was a younger coach and coaching the quarterbacks, but just watching the investment that LaDainian put into his body and, the hyperbaric chamber and the massages and things that are available to these guys. Javonte understands that. And of course it's a violent position and it is what it is. And he plays the game the right way with a physical play style, but he's earned the right to be the bell cow, and he's playing at a high level. We have a lot of confidence in Jaden and Miles and Hunter Lepke and guys like that. And, so again, I think we don't really look at it that way. I'm just so proud of Miles or of Javonte. And like you guys said, he's playing elite football right now.
And we talk about the running game, yet still, you're passing, in the ever ongoing pursuit of balance. You guys are throwing the ball a little bit heavier. And when you see a Carolina team that doesn't provide the pressure that I think you guys have had to deal with over the last couple of weeks, what can we see from the passing game on the edges against a team that, quite frankly, does give up some deep balls and doesn't quite get to the quarterback as actively as some of the teams you've already played?
Yeah, well, number one, I'll say this again. I think they have some weapons that are dangerous. I think anytime you have a defense with Derek Brown out there, you're like, okay, this guy's a really good player. It might not have the same names that ring when you're going into New York to play the Giants, things like that. J.C. Horn is a heck of a corner. We've played. It feels like we play Carolina every year. So we've got a good feel for them. They've got a good feel for us, but. Again, balance is important to us, guys. And I would say this, the way I would phrase it to you guys is, we're always going to try to attack with our playmakers, whatever that looks like. That's the way I call plays. I call plays based on who's in the huddle, who do I want to get the ball to, what's that matchup look like. But this game and continuing forward, it's going to continue to come down to owning the line of scrimmage. And we had a very physical practice on Wednesday. Because I wasn't, overly pleased with the way we stopped the run on defense. And I thought, there was 9 carries, I think, of 2 yards or less for us offensively against the Jets. And so whether you're running or throwing it, you got to own the line of scrimmage. And so, coming off a win, you don't just go, hey, guys, great job, let's just change. No, we're going to go through the process. And we had a very, very physical practice on Wednesday, a good practice yesterday, and today's the final dress rehearsal kind of the week for running.
All right, here's the part of the interview where we've got to be jerks and ask you about the defense.
Yep.
Can we get that out of the way early next week? After we talk about Travis Kelce's wood, why don't we just jump right into that?
We talk about the important stuff first.
We like to lube you up and put you in a good mood, and then say, how are you going to handle the speed on the outside? The Panthers have. Obviously, they ran the ball really well last week, but they also have a couple good young receivers on the outside that are very fast, and they're going to push the limits of your secondary, particularly if you're not getting much of a pass rush. What's the game plan to slow down what the Panthers are doing offensively?
Yeah, well, I think, again, I will say this. You're right. They've got some weapons. I think, Legette's a really good player. Everybody we and a lot of teams coveted and liked about, Ted McMillan coming out of Arizona and, the run after catch, the size. I think it's very cool how he and Bryce have kind of developed the timing and rhythm that they have so quickly. And going out and getting a guy like Hunter Renfrow is really good because they're using the right way on third down. And, they were able to trade Thielen because of that. And Bryce is very, very comfortable throwing to those guys. But make no mistakes about it. I really do feel like, this team, they want to run the football. They've got 2 good backs with Hubbard, and obviously we all know Rico very well, and he had an incredible game last week, and he is an absolute load to bring down and a guy you got a hamstring tackle. But they're going to challenge us, and that's why I'm saying this is a really good football team we're going into play. And I got home and saw the last couple minutes of the game last night late, and it just shows you, man, any given Sunday. Or last night, Thursday, I guess. But, this league is all about parity, and parity is absolutely running wild in this league. And, Carolina's a good football team with good players, and we're going to have to play well and continue to take care of the football to come out of there with a win.
This is kind of an esoteric RPP, rich people problem question. Does your attitude change when you know your team is improving, and you have over the last couple of weeks, and you look around your conference and go, this thing might be a little bit more winnable than we thought it was going to be when the season began? Does that change the way you prepare different players for, prep now versus the end of the season? Does it change the way you look at maybe, talking with your GM and everybody else looking for talent around there? Or is it the plan is in place and we're not going to vary it?
No, I think you're always looking to adapt. I mean, this league is about adapting, whether it's on game day, during the week, whether it's dealing with injuries, whatever it is. And I just think I think, we really do go through the process, man. And the process is 1 week at a time, another championship opportunity this week in Carolina. And what's that mean? It means, when you go through the process and you look at it that way, when we get to the ultimate game, which is, the Super Bowl, or big games in the playoff, it's like, hey guys, this is just another championship opportunity. I learned a long time ago from Pete Carroll, you go into a game and you want to try too hard because, let's say you're Jadeveon Clowney, or you're, Jonathan Mingo or whoever, you want to go play against Carolina. This is the team, and I want to go play so hard. I think, you tend to, as coaches and players, make mistakes. And so we're not going to change who we are. We're driven by our competitive spirit and love for one another. But I will say that, as we improve, our confidence is getting higher.
Coach, the last one before we let you go, I'm going to throw you a little curveball here. One I'm guessing you didn't prepare for, but I'm going to ask you anyway because I'm fascinated by what your answer will be. We see Bill Belichick right now is in the news, and he's struggling a little bit at North Carolina. A lot of people don't know, you spent some time in college before you got to the NFL. I think you were at USC, I think one other place. I know you spent some time at Georgia somewhat recently. How different is it relating to 18-year-olds versus 25-year-olds? And do you think there are coaches who are built to coach one and it's just a completely different idea of them relating to the other? Do you believe that there's a big difference between those two things?
Well, I think that the difference is, and listen, guys, it's totally changed from when I was there. And I'm a people person. You guys know that. You can tell that. I love talking to people, meeting people, and things like that. What's so different about college coaching, and I, again, can't imagine it now, is just you feel like you're always on call. You feel like you're a doctor because you're in a meeting, and let's say you're getting ready to play. When I was at Georgia, you're getting ready to play Alabama, and there's a knock on the door, and it's the guidance counselor saying, hey, coach, we got to go have our academic meeting. I'm like, no, I got to beat Alabama. They got some absolute studs over there. I want to do third down pressures. And they're like, no, we got to do academics. I'm like, okay, so you go do academics. And then you come off the practice field on a Thursday after doing your red zone, and they're like, okay, coach, we got to go make 3 hours of recruiting calls, or, hey, so-and-so's dad's here and wants to talk to you about their son's play time. And it's just very, very different. And I do think that there's some coaches where their personalities or what they're looking for fits the pro game or the NFL game better. But listen, Bill Belichick's a hell of a football coach. He's getting into something that's new. I know when I went there, hey guys, think about this. For an offensive coach, when you go down there, the hashes in the games are totally different. Right. I can tell you that, okay, in the NFL, an in-cut's going to be caught 18 yards deep, 2 to 3 yards inside the numbers to the field and into the boundary. It's going to be I have no idea where the ball is going to be caught because it's just totally different dimensions. And so there is a learning curve for sure. I am more of a NFL coach because I just love the chess match of the game planning stuff, and I still get the connection piece I love so much with our players. But I'm more of an NFL guy, and college really wasn't for me.
So you don't think Belichick would do well with the backup tight end's dad asking for more playing time?
Yeah, well, I don't think so, but I think the problem is now that with the transfer portal and stuff, he probably has to deal with it because otherwise that guy's going to Clemson or someplace else.
Brian Schottenheimer brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds every Friday morning on the Morning Huddle. All guests join via the Buyers Barricades guest lines. Provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online, buyersbarricades.com. Schottenheimer's great. And I couldn't, what Jeff Traylor's going through, what college coaches go through, having to recruit 24/7. And I understand there are people on your staff dedicated to recruiting, but you're always recruiting. You're recruiting your own roster. You're recruiting other teams' rosters. You're recruiting people coming out of high school. There are no days off in college football, or you risk losing players, whether it's your own players you're currently recruiting. It is a constant battle, and it feels like a 24/7 job right now. I don't know how college coaches are doing it and how they're spread so thin. It's incredible to me. What say you? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. When we come back, Spurs Sports and Entertainment CEO R.C. Buford, the former general manager of the San Antonio Spurs, he joined the Blitz to talk about Project Marvel, Props A and B, and some of the misconceptions and things going on around the upcoming vote on November 4th. You're not going to want to miss any of that. That's all coming up right here on Extra Innings with Pleasure on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Imagine owning coastal land with ocean views and world-class fishing just off Matagorda Bay. Well, dream no more. This Saturday, October 11th, mark your calendars for our fall one-day coastal land sale at Driftwood Shores at Wolf Point. We're unveiling incredible coastal properties. We're talking 1+ acres with ocean access for just $49.9 and waterfront properties starting at just $99.9. Wow! This gated community boasts a waterfront resort-style pool and cabana, your own boat slip and launch with paved roads and underground utilities. It's all happening this Saturday, October 11th. Unbeatable values. 1+ acre with ocean access, just $49.9. Texas coastal waterfront properties from $99.9. Call now for your private tour at 210-853-0389. Excellent financing is available. Call 210-853-0389. That's 210-853-0389.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ROLL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ROLL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ROLL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-266-3845. Again, that's 800-266-3845. 800-266-3845.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Brad's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where batteries are as low as $89.99. Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Brad is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
It's Extra Innings with Pledger on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pledger here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. A lot of discussion around Project Marvel, Props A and B, what it's about, misconceptions about what it's about and where money is going. To clear some of that up, earlier today, the Blitz had on Spurs Sports and Entertainment CEO R.C. Buford to help clear up some of the confusion around Props A and B.
This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix. We're live at Hero Stadium.
High school football tonight, Johnson and Reagan. In a couple of weeks, early voting will begin for your decision on Prop A and Prop B. So much misinformation seemingly out there, although, man, it seems like there's a lot of effort in trying to get correct info out, which is something we have been trying to do here on the Blitz since this whole thing started. And let's go right to the top. The CEO of Spurs Sports and Entertainment, R.C. Buford, joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. R.C., appreciate you taking some time on a Friday.
Thanks. It's great to be together.
R.C., when you think about when everything was first getting talked about with the new arena, the big downtown project, Project Marvel, everything gets lumped together. And I think that's somewhat where the confusion started. What we're going to the polls for in November is for Props A and B. As often as you hear this discussed or you're in discussions, what's the one thing that's most frustrating to you that people seem to keep asking the same questions or think it's this way when it's really that way?
I think the biggest thing, the biggest misconceptions that we believe are that residents in San Antonio will have new taxes that they'll be responsible for. And there are no new taxes there are no taxes for the people of San Antonio. This is hotel and motel tax only. The county Proposition A and B, which we're voting for, will give a big uplift to the east side through the work that the rodeo is prepared to do on the Freeman and the Frost Bank Center grounds, and then to downtown in the Hemisphere Plaza and Hemisphere Park. It's going to be a big uplift for our community, and this is the public portion of this is paid for by hotel and motel tax that many are already being collected, and if we don't use them here, they leave town. I think the other thing we hope people will understand is the Spurs are putting in a huge financial commitment. $500 million in the arena plus over any cost overruns, as well as a commitment of $2 billion for downtown development total throughout the Hemisphere Park.
You know, RC, when you look at that, and obviously the Spurs are part of this fabric of this community, and they have been for many, many years. Why is it that the Spurs and Spurs Sports Entertainment want to invest the kind of money that you guys are going to invest in that downtown area and a new arena?
This is a commitment to honor our legacy with the community. We've had a great history together, and we also want to move back down where a large part of our history is and create an energy that's 365 days a year around a new arena and share the experiences with all of our fans.
R.C. Buford joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. I think about the financial commitment that the Spurs are making to this project, and I look around at other arenas that are being built, specifically one in Oklahoma City where they're raising a sales tax, but the Thunder only putting in, I think, $50 million of their own dollars into that project. Are you a little surprised or even bothered, RC, that it seems that the Spurs are, one, putting in that much more money, but having so much opposition here in San Antonio, knowing how much money the organization is putting in?
We're focused on the positives of what we can do together with our community, and a great public-private partnership that energizes all, and that people all over Bexar County have the opportunity to make the decision on this. We're focused on what's in front of us in Bexar County.
Well, and RC, I think that's good. And I'll be honest with you, because Jason and I both get messages, text messages from the other side, emails, and just flat out, it seems to be untruths. And I like the way that you guys have blitzed this community with just the facts. I know Jason got a flyer in his mailbox the other day that's just so simple to understand. And if you read it, you say, well, okay, what the Spurs say they're going to do, they're going to do. Did you guys feel that necessary to really just blitz this and make sure that people got the factual information that they need before they go to the ballot?
We continue to think it's important that we get the facts to everybody. And I don't know how to evaluate how well that's being received. There is quite a bit of misinformation, and we're eager to emphasize our commitment to the community and hope that our community will recognize this as early voting starts October 20th and the election day is November 4th. These days are right in front of us.
Yeah, they really are. RC, I haven't read the article yet, so I don't really know. I'm just going with the headline on Twitter. Back when the then SBC Center was built and promises were made for the east side. Now, I've heard some discussion about this, and promises are one thing, but in this term sheet that was signed and approved by the city council, the promises are actually part of a contract, right? Is that the biggest difference here? So when somebody says, hey, we heard this before, it didn't happen. With this project, it's in the contract, which means it has to happen, correct?
Correct. This model is different and will be outlined in writing in the definitive documents. The team is directly investing in the arena, $500 million, and another $1.4 billion in a mixed-use development around the arena to bring this activity and accountability.
You know, RC, what I love about what the Spurs do, and because covering the Spurs, Jason and I have done it for many, many years. We know the relationship and what the city of San Antonio means to the Spurs and what the Spurs mean to the city of San Antonio. And you guys, I mean, you've never threatened to leave. You've never even spoke of that. And you, in fact, have said, we're not going anywhere. A lot of teams would do that and to get their way in this. Spurs are here to stay, are they not?
We're focused on this November election and doing everything we can to bring the Spurs back to downtown.
Absolutely. Now, probably we'll get a similar answer. Is there I don't want to know I do want to know what the specifics are, but I know you won't tell me, RC, but is there a plan B in place if the election doesn't go the way we expect it to go on November 4th?
Again, we're focused on winning this election and moving forward with a great downtown development, public-private partnership with the community and our fans.
RC Buford earlier today on the Blitz. You could catch that full interview in our audio vault, powered by AA Best Bail Bonds at sasportstar.com. RC Buford and all our guests joined via the Buyers Barricades guest line, who provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online, buyersbarricades.com. And yeah, Fred Records was asking, RC didn't answer the question that Ryan Glass about the Spurs not going anywhere, right? Yeah, you just heard it. He didn't answer it. And he didn't answer the follow-up from Jason when he asked, is there a plan B if this doesn't go through? And you have to be careful, because we heard Henry Cisneros say, if this doesn't, there are cities that already have proposals together in case this vote doesn't go the way that we think it will. So, with that as a reminder, and if you want to beautify downtown and revitalize it and make it a place of prosperous intent, go vote November 4th. You just heard them. This isn't this tourism tax, unless you're downtown in a hotel or renting a car. Oklahoma City is charging a sales tax, which goes on the whole city of Oklahoma. This does not affect the common person that doesn't stay downtown in a hotel or rent a car. There's really not a reason that this should not go through. And there's a lot of misconception, and you heard him debunk some of it, of what's going where, how it's going, what's not, what happened on the east side. This isn't the east side. This is downtown. This is next to the Alamo Dome. There will be businesses that want to be a part of this, and the Spurs are one of those that are putting $2.1 billion of their own money up into helping develop around what will be the stadium. Make your voices heard. November 4th, go out, vote. Props A and B. And remember, the East Side will not be forgotten in all of this. And the rodeo is going to be a big part of what's happening downtown with what is now the SBC Center. More coming back when we get back right here on Extra Innings with Pleasure, because Texas OU, and somehow Texas is favored. Why? Why? Well, the Morning Huddle was talking about it earlier today. We'll discuss when we come back here on Extra Innings with Pleasure on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle.
And you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hornitos Tequila and America's team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, la tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Football season's in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. You can make picks and win money right now in Texas, and it's so easy. Pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats, like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. Get it right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. It's so easy, guys. Is Javonte Williams going to score a touchdown this weekend? Is Dak going to go higher or lower on his touchdowns? And it's not just football, baseball, UFC, basketball, they've got it all. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code ALAMO, ALAMO. You'll score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO, Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-2013. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-2013 or biglou.com.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So my sandwich shop was opening in a week and I needed signage.
A week is plenty of time to panic.
I went to Staples. They printed banners, posters, and flyers to promote my grand opening.
All in time for your grand closing.
Nope, I had it same day. I even got $125 off my order.
Hold the onions. For all your business printing, Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. In-store and online, same day if ordered by 12 p.m. into 11/1. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/rent for details.
Progressive's Teen Driver discount could lower the cost of insurance for your teenager and save you some money. And then you can still spend money on them. Because just when you think you have a grasp on spending, new sneakers. And then it's money for a school field trip. And of course, spending money. Oh yeah, and a new phone to replace the one they dropped in the toilet. Oh, don't remind me. So just get Progressive's Teen Driver discount. And then you can continue to spend money on them endlessly. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states and subject to terms and conditions.
Straight Talk presents The Math of More. Here's how it works. When you say yes to more with Straight Talk, you're left with more for all the other good stuff. So getting an unlimited plan starting at just $25 a month equals more savings for your family's weekend adventures. And with a network covered by Verizon, you can share more from wherever you go. It's simple math, really. More equals more with Straight Talk. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. The $25 plan requires a compatible unlocked device and a new line of service. Additional terms apply.
For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment, not just to protect their tools, but to protect their professional reputations. Whether it's inside or outside of work vehicles, a WeatherGuard badge means pros can trust that their hard-earned name is in good hands. Since 1968 and every day since, WeatherGuard has been protecting anything it takes to build a professional reputation. WeatherGuard, established in 1968, proven every day. WeatherGuard.com.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E and 16004.
This is the home of the Aggies. This is Andrew Monaco. You're locked on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pleasure here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I am James Pleasure as we get you ready for high school football. The Stone Oak Super Bowl coming up between Johnson and Reagan. Top of the hour, Jason Minix, Nick Solis, John Robbins get you ready for that. But until we do, we got a big game tomorrow afternoon as Texas takes on OU, but some of the luster on that game is gone after Texas fell flat against Florida. Is that just a preview of things to come tomorrow? The Morning Huddle was talking about this morning.
And I would say Oklahoma at Texas, we have seen a flip of favorites. With the Mateer news yesterday, we're starting to see these 1.5s pop to the other side. Now, that's not like a huge move through zero. A lot of minus. You could get a -1 probably on either side of this thing. You're basically picking a winner here. I saw a stat that was pretty impressive, at least for what Texas has been able to do defensively in this series recently. Under Venables, Oklahoma has scored 37 total points. 34 of those were in one game, and they've given up 113 in those same games. So I am very hesitant to back Oklahoma until I know what's going on with Mateer. I feel like they're playing a lot of mind games here.
Well, that's true.
If Mateer doesn't play, though, I think Texas
he's going to play.
Well, I mean, the dude had surgery on his throwing hand.
I'm telling you, I'm not saying this is the right thing, unless this is the most masterful bait and switch false flag operation. He's going to play. Now, how ready he is to play, I don't know. We'll find out really quickly. I'm going to ask you, talent for talent, who's got more on the sidelines? This front to back total program.
I still think Texas slightly.
It's funny that we have to go slightly. It feels to me that too deep, that Texas has the edge here.
Dude, you know what the real difference is between last year's Texas team and this year's is the offensive line. And that's why, like, it is night and day. And it's funny that the people who are like the media, the national media that are, getting on Sark about, he didn't replenish the offensive line. Those are all the same people who voted Texas #1 in the preseason and said, everything's good. Like, you can't have it both ways. Like, you guys act like he did this great job, and now all of a sudden he didn't do anything with the offensive line. Well, you knew that when you said they were the best team in the country.
There was an assumption that they had become the likes like Bama, like Ohio State, that yes, there's attrition, but the guy behind him was just as good, just needed a couple of reps to catch up. And that's not been the case. The guys behind them weren't just as good or needed a lot more reps.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I lean Oklahoma in this. I don't understand why it's so close. Texas has not played a good game, not against a team named Sam Houston State. Oklahoma is not Sam Houston State, and they are battle tested. And with Mateer coming back, that makes it even easier for me to pick Oklahoma, and that sucks as a Texas fan. I don't feel good about tomorrow, but Vegas being so heavy on Texas scares me, and I don't know why. We'll wrap up the show and get you ready for the high school football game of the week, brought to you by Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, and energized by Hill Electric. That's all coming up right here on Extra Innings with Pleasure on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Dive into the Marvel Universe on the official Marvel Podcast with the stars of the MCU.
Everybody's going to be talking about whether we're casting for this character.
The creators of Marvel Comics.
Spider-Man is the greatest fictional character in history.
And Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige.
But if you want the real answer, if we're trying to get real on this podcast,
giving you exclusive access to Marvel's adventures like never before. The official Marvel Podcast. New episodes every Wednesday wherever you listen to podcasts.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over, sir. searching gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cash back app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ROLL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ROLL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ROLL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pleasure here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Appreciate y'all riding along with me tonight. We got the Stone Oak Super Bowl coming up for our Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC high school football game of the week. Jason Minix, Nick Solis, John Robbins going to bring you all the action from Heroes Stadium coming up here at the top of the hour. So don't go anywhere, because we got that coming up for you next, is Energized by Hill Electric. Until then, great weekend of football coming up. We will see you again on Monday. Starts bright and early with Rob and AJ on the Morning Huddle. And of course, Jason and Joe will take you home. Call your loved ones, check on them, make sure they're doing all right. The simplest phone call, hey, how you doing, can change someone's life. This has been Extra Innings with Pleasure. We will see you on Tuesday.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is GiveMeTheVin.com. We love to buy cars. People don't trust car buyers. People think the price is going to be wrong, and people think it's going to be a hassle. Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is what we do at GiveMeTheVin.com, and that's what makes us America's best car buyer. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com right now and get a quote on yours.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you